Hello my dear friends, welcome to ED. So in previous video we were engaged with the unit, the voter, right? So we had seen Roof had already distributed the money shillings to the elders of the village, right? Now even they collected the shillings, 4 shillings, and also they agreed to vote to Marcus Ibe. Now we will continue the remaining part of the unit. Okay. The enemy Roof had referred to was Progressive Organization Party (POP). Now Roof had told, right, if you want, go and put the vote to the enemy. He was talking about this party, Progressive Organization Party, which had been formed by the tribes down the coast. Means this party was formed by the tribe down the coast, means near to their village, Umofia. Why they had formed this party? To save themselves. Okay, and as the founders of the party proclaimed, so the party person who formed the party of Progressive Organization Party, they proclaimed, means they showed and indicated that to save themselves they formed the party Progressive Organization Party. From what? From what they wanted to save? From total political, cultural, social, and religious annihilation. Annihilation means getting extincted religiously, socially, culturally, and politically. They don't wanted to get extincted. They wanted to create the identity, and that's the reason they created Progressive Organization Party. And this was told by the founder of the party. Clear? Although it was clear the party had no chance here, it had plunged with typical foolishness. So we know, right? At the starting, we had that showed how popular the Marcusite People Alliance Party was there. Now, opposition to him was likely proverbial fly trying to move a dunghill. We had come across to this funny line, right? So, opposite any person who is going to contest election opposite to Marcus Saib, he'll be like a fly moving, trying to move a cow dung. Can you remember? Now, this is that party, Progressive Organization Party, which had plunged, means came all of a sudden and formed the party, which was complete foolishness. Okay, into a straight fight with PAP, People Alliance Party. Okay, now what did Progressive Organization Party do? They providing car and loudspeakers to a few local rascals and thugs to go around and make a lot of noise. So the founder, what did he do? He gave cars and loudspeakers so that they can go and make some noise. To whom did they give? To local rascals and thugs. Clear? Now, no one knew for certain how much money Pop had let loose in Umofia. Means, so what here is happening is no one in Umofia, no person knew how much money was distributed by the founder, by the owner of People Organization Party in Umofia. Okay? But it is said to be very considerable. So people knew that Progressive Organization Party, the party's founder, is distributing considerable more money. The local campaigners would end up very rich, no doubt. So this is what the pop Progressive Organization Party's founder is trying to do to win against PAP, that is People's Alliance Party, against Marcus Ibe. Now, till here everything is clear, right? So what Progressive Organization Party is trying to do? So they're having so much money, they are ready to pay money as much as they can. Even the campaigners will become so rich. So Progressive Organization Party is ready to fight against PAP, People Alliance Party. Okay, now next paragraph. Up to last night, everything had been moving according to plan, as Roof would have put it. So, understand this double inverted comma. Why Roof plan? Roof had planned everything, and everything was moving according to plan of Roof. Okay, then he had received a strange visit from the leader of the pop campaign team. So what it is? It is night time, I had told, right? So after these elders of Umofia taking 4 shillings from Roof, they had gone. As soon as they go, who entered? The head of People Organization Party campaign team, the leader. Now, let's see what is going to happen. Okay, although he and Roof were well known to each other, so the head campaigner of POP and Roof, they were known to each other and might even be called friends, and maybe they were friends. Okay, now his visit was cold and businesslike, means his friend, Roof's friend, who is the first person, as now he Roof is the first person, first campaigner in PAP. Even his friend is first campaigner in POP, and his visit was cold and businesslike. Let's see what kind of business is going to happen in that night. Okay, no words were wasted. Now, no words were wasted means, let's see what the business deal is. Okay, he he means the POP campaign team's leader. What did he do? He placed £5 on the floor before Roof. So he kept money in front of Roof on the floor and said, "We want your vote." Simple. Without wasting any time, what did the POP campaign team leader told? Take this money, give me your vote. That's all. So Roof got up from his chair, went to the outside door, closed it carefully, and returned to his chair. So what he did? Now door was open, right? So all the elders went from that door, and as soon as they go, this POP campaign team and the leader of the team entered the room, put the money in front of Roof and told, "We want your vote." So Roof, what he did? He went, closed the door, and came back and sat on chair. Okay, now the brief exercise gave him enough time to weigh the proportion. Now during this action, going and closing door and coming back and sitting on chair, while doing this, he had made up a plan. Let's see what the plan is. As he spoke up, his eyes never left the red notes on the floor. So as he was speaking, Roof, he was now about to speak, but his eyes was completely on money. Red note on the floor means the money which was on the floor. Okay. Now he seemed to be mesmerized by the picture of cocoa farmer harvesting his crops. Now understand this complete situation. What is happening to Roof? He is completely mesmerized. He is completely hypnotized. He Roof. Now Roof was getting don't know how much money in PAP. Here all of a sudden without doing any work he's getting £5. And here he distributed just shillings, means change amount he was distributing, but without doing any work, just giving his vote. He's getting £5. So his eyes was completely stuck on that money, and he seemed to be mesmerized by the picture of the cocoa farmer harvesting his crops. See, in our country we see different pictures on different notes, right? Correct. So in the same way, here this is a picture on that red note. Okay, clear? So this is just a picture on that note. It is just a description of that note. Okay, so that red note which was on floor, he was completely attracted to that. He wanted more money. Clear? Now, you know, I work for Marcus. He said feebly, it will be very bad. Now, what Roof is saying, and feebly means in very low voice. Why is he talking in low voice? First of all, he wants more money. And second thing, it is night. And just now, the elders went outside of his room. He's completely worried if the people listen to this business transaction deal, then it will cause a problem. So he's talking in low voice, saying that, to his friend, he's saying, to that POP, opposite party's head, he's saying, I work for Marcus. It'll be very bad. And with three dots means he's trying to say the things that understand that I belong to Marcus. Now, Marcus will not be there when you put in your paper. We have plenty of work to do tonight. Are you taking this or not? Simple. He, the POP campaign leader, don't want to waste any time. He is just to finish the deal. He wants the answer yes or no. He's saying that, see, Roof, when you put the paper in that ballot box, Marcus will not be in front of you, right? So take this money and put the vote. We have plenty of work to do tonight. Means it is a night before election time, right? So after giving money to Roof, even there is so much money to provide to distribute to others also in the village. So understand how much money the POP party is distributing, right? Now, it'll not be heard outside this room, right? Asked Roof. So he's asking to that POP campaign leader. Okay, he is saying what he will say. See, we are after votes, not gossips. Simple. His idea is clear and crisp. He's saying take the money, give the vote. Just that's all. He is just behind the votes. So, Roof, alright, said Roof in English. So he agreed. Now, the man nudged his companion and he brought forward an object covered with a red cloth. So, after Roof agreed, what happened? He just went to bring an object which was covered with red cloth and proceeded to remove the cover. So he removed the red cloth. Okay, let's see what the object is. It was a fearsome little affair contained in a clay pot. Means it was a mud pot. Okay, inside mud pot there was with feather stuck into it. There was some feather stuck in it. It was completely scary for Roof, and he knew little bit about that. So what they did, from that mud pot they removed the red cloth. Okay, and let's see what is it. The I comes from Mbanta. I means a tribal god. Okay, Mbanta means a tribe. You know what that means. swear that you will vote for Madhuka. Now they are taking promise also. Promise the God that you will vote for Madhuka. You are taking money. You are taking this 5 points. Okay. You told that all right, I'm going to vote for POP. That is also okay. Now please promise. You have to promise before the I from Banta that you will vote Madhuka, the POP leader. Clear? Now, if you fail to do so, this I take note means what they are saying is, see, now you're taking money, and while contesting, while voting in that room, you will be all alone. If you cheat, this God will see everything, okay? And she will punish you. So please vote Madhuka, and he is the person who is contesting against PAP. Okay, that is People's Alliance Party, and that leader is Marcus Ibe. Okay, clear? Now the next paragraph. Roof's heart nearly flew out when he saw the eye. Means he completely got scared. What is this? I'm stuck in the situation and I have to promise, and I'm taking money. I'm working for Marcus Ibe. I'm the person who is working for People Alliance Party, PAP. So he was completely scared. Indeed, he knew the fame of Mbanta in these things. So he knew about this Mbanta, which is of black magic on all that kind of things. But he was a man of quick decision. So what his attitude was, he would take quick decisions. He would not do any delay. So what could a single vote cast in secret of for Madhuka take away from Marcus' certain victory? Nothing. So he's thinking that just one vote, just one vote, if I vote for POP, that will not bring any change to Marcus' victory. Nothing. So what I'll do? Okay, I'll vote. He'll just think everything this in the mind. So what he'll say? I'll cast my paper for Madhuka. If not this, I take note. So what he's saying? See, I'm going to vote for Madhuka. My paper means I'm going to vote for Madhuka. If not this, I take note means if not, I will punish me. Okay. In that way, he'll say. Okay. Roof will say. Now that's all. Means that's all, said the man as he rose with his companion, who had covered up the object again and was taking it back to their car. So what they did now, they closed that tribal god eye of that pot, okay, with a red cloth, and they just took that and went and kept back in the car, and they are going now. Okay, now he has no chance against Marcus, said Roof at the door. Now as they were going, what did Roof say? See, right, Marcus is very popular and he's not going to, means Madhuka is not going to win against Marcus, Roof is saying. Now it is enough that he get a few votes now. Next time, he will get more. People will hear that he gives out pounds, not shillings. He means Madhuka. He is going to head off POP, okay? He is not giving shillings, he is giving pounds. People will understand. This time, it may be he will lose, but next time, it will be something else. And they will listen. So, the POP leader is saying to Roof. Okay, now early morning. Now, next paragraph. Early morning means the deal is over, the night is over, the election voting day is has come. Now let's see what's going to happen on the voting day. Okay. Now, the great day every 5 years when the people exercise power. Exercise power means they vote, and when does they vote? Every 5 years. That is a very great day. People are going to vote because it is democracy, where people are the person who vote to form the government. Okay? Now, weather beaten posters on wall of the house, tree trunks, and telegraph poles. Means the posters of both the parties, which was on walls of house, tree trunks, and telegraph poles, they were all torn due to wind, sun, and rain. Okay. Now, the few that were still whole called out their message to those who could read. Means here what they're saying is other posters which were not torn was having the message, and that message could be read by who could read, means who are educated in that village, Umofia. Okay. Now what was written on that? Vote for the People's Alliance Party. Vote for Progressive Organization Party. Vote for PAP. Vote for POP. The posters that were torn called out as much as of the message that they could. Means understand, everything, everywhere, wherever you see, posters were there. Some were torn, some were neat and untorn. Okay. And what was the message? Simple: vote for POP, vote for POP. Clear? Now the next paragraph. Now, as usual, Chief the Honorable Marcus Ibe was doing things in grand style. So, as usual means always he used to do everything, whatever he do, things in grand style because he had money. He could do everything in a grand way, in grand manner. Okay. Now, he had hired a high life band from Umuru. Umuru is a place, okay? From this place, he had called upon the people who can manage orchestra and music in a very grand way, and stationed it at such a distance from the voting booth as just managed to be lawful. Means that where he was standing and where the music band was, it was at some distance lawful, because there is rules that a voting room, voting place, surrounding place, there will be no permission to stand there. Okay. So they will be standing at distance, and even Marcus is standing at distance. Okay. Now many villagers dance at the music. So as he had organized the band, so villagers are dancing to the music. Their ballot paper held aloft, means they are holding up the ballot paper and dancing before proceeding to the booths. Means as they were standing in the line only they are standing and dancing before proceeding to the booths, means the place where they can put the paper. See, in that room what will be? This box will be. They have to mark the party which they support and fold and put it in the box. Okay. Now they are standing in line and dancing. Okay. Now let's see what Marcus is doing. Chief the Honorable Marcus Ibe sat in the owner's corner. Now he's sitting in owner's corner of his enormous green car. He's sitting in his long green car, and what is he doing? And smiled and nodded. He's also smiling and also nodding for the music. Now one enlightened villager came up to the car, shook hands with the great man and said in advance, Congrats. So, what is happening where the Marcus was sitting in the car? One villager he ran and came, and in advance only he was saying Congress. Why? He want to congratulate people all. Can you see this? In the starting we had seen en masse means the village already belonged en masse to People's Alliance Party all together. They all knew that PAP is going to win. Marcus Ibe is going to win. That's why one man came to congratulate Marcus Ibe. This immediately set the pattern. Hundreds of admirers shook Marcus' hand and said congrats. So hundreds of people started to come and congratulate Marcus Ibe. And can you see this? So the people were not all educated. They were saying Congress, Congress means the people were not educated. All of them were not educated. This can be seen here also. The few that were still whole called out whole means the posters which were not damaged, what did they reflect the message? Called out their message to those who could read, means there were people who could read. Okay, clear? Now, Roof and the other organizer were prancing upon up and down, giving last minute advice to the voters and pouring the sweet. Means it was complete busy situation at one place. Music is going on, people are dancing in line, people are congratulating Marcus Ibe, and Rauf and other campaigners are busy working up. It was busy situation. Okay, now do not forget, he said again to a group of illiterate women who seemed ready to burst with enthusiasm and good humor. Our sign is the motor car. Now, Rauf is talking to a group of illiterate women and saying that, see, you all have to vote for the sign. There is a sign of motor car. Don't forget, okay? So, in this way, Rauf is saying. Now, like the one Marcus is sitting inside. So one lady, what she'll say, see, well, Marcus, our Marcus is sitting now in that car, like that car, correct? So in that way they're saying. So thank you, mother, said Rauf. So Rauf is saying, yes, yes, correct. Thank you. That like that car only. It is the same car. The box with the car shown on its body is the box for you. So what he's explaining. See, there is a box. You have to tick this box, which is of motor cars. So don't look at the other with the man's head. It is for those whose heads are not correct. So there was POP, right? So Progressive Organization Party had kept their sign as man's head. So if you tick man's head, so who are going to tick the man's head? Those who have don't have head. So he's making fun and trying to explain the illiterate woman to tick on the box of motor car and vote. Now, this was joke, right? So, see this. This was greeted with loud laughter. So, all started laughing. Roof cast a quick and busy-like glance towards the minister and received a smile of appreciation. Now, as all this he's talking, he's managing everything, he's talking, and all of a sudden he started to see the at owner's corner where Marcus I was sitting. So they both are smiling at each other. He smiled in appreciation. Marcus Ibe, he is smiling and appreciating him in smile. Okay? Now, vote for the car. He shouted. Rauf is shouting. Roof is shouting. Vote for the car. How is he shouting? All the veins in his neck standing out means in the neck nerves will be, right? So if you shout loudly, all will be visible. So in that way, in that much strength, what did Rauf say? Vote for the car, vote for the car, and you will ride in it. Means he is shouting and saying all this to the people. Okay, clear? Now, or if we don't, our children will, pipe the same sharp old girl. So one girl, what she said, if we don't go in the car, our childrens will go. In that way, they are enjoying the situation. Now, the other thing, the band struck up a new number. Means the band started to play a music tone which was saying, "Why walk when you can ride?" So this was the music which they are playing. So what does that mean? So if you can ride in car, why you should walk? That means this is supporting to Marcus Ibe. So vote for the car. It is highlighting. Clear? Now, in spite of his apparent calm and confidence, Chief the Honorable Marcus was a relentless sticker for details. Means he was in firm determination, and even though he was looking calm and confident, he was also worried, kind of worried, and also present and also guiding people to vote for the car. He knew he would win. He knew he had all the support from inside, and how the people were dancing and enjoying and coming and congratulating, and the belief on roof, how he campaigned the elders. He knew he is going to win, and what the newspaper called a landslide victory. So it is going to be a great victory. The newspaper, local newspaper also had printed, but he did not wish even so to throw away a single vote. So he didn't wanted, Marcus Ibe did not wanted even to lose a single vote for other party. He wanted each and every person from Umofia to vote him, Marcus Ibe, that is People Alliance Party. Okay, now, so as soon as the first rush of voters was over, he promptly asked his campaign boys to go one at a time and put in their ballot papers. So, what is happening here? So, one group over, all they were standing in line and holding the paper up and dancing, right? The ballot paper. So, first group, first rush came out after voting. Now, what Marcus Ive is saying to his campaign boys is, go inside and put the ballot paper for us, vote for the car. So he's guiding all the campaign boys not to miss even one to go and put. He don't want Madhukas to win. He don't want POP to win. He don't want even one single vote for Madhuka, that is POP. Okay, Progressive Organization Party. He want all the votes. That is the reason, even after all the people in the first rush, that means first group, next he's sending his campaign boys, all, each and everyone, not even missing a single boy, to vote. Now, Roof, you had better go first, he said. Now Marcus is I be saying, you go first and put the vote. Okay. Now Roof's spirit fell. Why? He all of a sudden just got a flash of the eye, the fame of Mbanta. He had promised, right? So his spirits fell. But he let no one see it. But from inside, he's getting scared. But outside, he's same the happy person. He don't want to show his worry. He don't want to show that he had accepted money from POP. Okay? Now, all morning he had masked his deep worry with a surface of exertion. Means he was completely busy in all kinds of efforts, right? So, which was unusual even for him. So he was having so much tension, even though he was working, he was pretending to be happy, but from inside he was in tension. Now, he dashed off in his springy fashion towards the booth. So now that means he is enjoying, he is happily pretending and showing everyone that he is happily going to vote PAP, Marcus Ibe. Now he's entering the booth. A policeman at the entrance searched him for illegal ballot paper and passed him. So, as there will be general checkup by the police, if there is any illegal paper, he checked and sent Roof inside the booth to contest the vote. Okay. Now, then the electoral officer explained him about the two box. Two box are PAP and POP. The sign is car and the head. Okay, and you know PAP is of Marcus Ibe, POP is for Madhukas. He's explaining everything to Roof. Now, but by this time the spring had gone clean out of his walk. Now he is getting tension completely, remembering of his act of taking money from POP's leader and his work for PAP Marcus Ibe. Now let's see what he's going to do. He sidled in and was confronted by the car and the head. Now he's seeing on the paper two signs, that is the car and the head. Now he's completely in tension. He brought out his ballot paper from his pocket and looked at it. How could he betray Marcus even in secret? He's getting all the such kind of thoughts in his head. He resolved to go back to the other man and return his £5. £5. Again he's thinking, how can I return £5 back to POP? He knew at once it was impossible. It's impossible, right? To as he had promised to I, and as he's inside the booth, he can't go back. He had sworn on that I. That is what he is thinking. The notes were red. The cocoa farmer busy at work. He is also remembering the money. He wants to enjoy even that money also. Okay, now we'll see the next paragraph. Now, at this point, he heard a muffled voice of a policeman asking the electoral officer what the man was doing inside. Abhi na pick him am the born. Means he is asking so much time. Why is he taking so much time? The policeman is asking to the electoral officer what is taking so much of time for that person inside the booth. He is asking. So here, what will happen to Roof? Quick as lightning, a thought leapt into Roof's mind. So all of a sudden, Roof mind flashed an idea. We'll see what is the idea. It will be very funny, okay? He folded the paper. What did he do? This paper, he folded this paper. Okay, now let's see what is he going to do. He folded the paper, tore it into two along the crease, and put one half in each box. Simple. He put one half in POP, one half in PAP box. Okay. Now he took and he took the precaution of putting the first half into Madhuka's box. So what he did, first he dropped that paper in Madhuka's ballot box, okay, and confirming the action verbally. He's saying verbally as he had promised it, right? And promised on I. So he's saying, I vote for Madhuka. Now, problem solved. They marked his thumb with indelible purple ink, that is permanent ink. after putting vote, the officers will mark. Why? Here it is to prevent his return. To again not to vote again, they will put the marker. And he went out of the booth as jointly as he had gone in. So as happily as bouncing he had entered the booth, in the same way actually he is happy now. He is not pretending, actually is happy, and he came outside the booth. So this comes to end of this unit. So as this unit explained, this happens everywhere, right? People distribute money during election time to buy vote, right? And this will cause so big problem that people will not understand. So that is the reason Chinua Achebe have provided this unit, has written this work, and this is so beautiful, and thanks to PU board to provide this for you youngsters so that you can understand the power of voting and take a right step to understand the value of one single vote. Okay, now, so if you guys have any doubts regarding this unit, you can ask it in the comment section. And if you like my video, please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and please subscribe to my channel. Meet you guys in my next video. Thank you.